Hi. Well, today I've got a story to tell you that is sort of about my grandson, but actually it's about all of us in one way or another. And it's on my website, and I thought I'd share it with you. How can I tell you my story without letting you know the main character? Would that be the sheriff, the little girl, or my grandson? When he was 17, our grandson entertained an interest in bull riding. Let me see if I can get that down a little bit. There. Yes, I said bull riding. We had taken him with us to several rodeos when he was very young. It soon became apparent to us that his main interest was the activity in the bullpens. There was always a place to stand behind the spot where the contestants began their rides. Always visible to us from our place in the grandstands, there was no need to wonder if he was okay. He was okay. Closely watching the riders, his attention was riveted on their every move. We shouldn't have been surprised at this fairly unusual pursuit of the sport of bull riding. Beginning in junior high, his interest was maintained in many sports, including wrestling, weightlifting, and football, well known team sports throughout high school years. Nothing could keep him from attempting to become successful at the project he decided to pursue. With personal determination and a plan for accomplishing the goals he set for himself, dedication brought results. Ryan was a man, uh, is a man, almost 40 now, about 5'5". And when he was in high school, at the age that he started in bull riding, he weighed about 125 pounds. Although we planned to be at every bull riding event in which he participated, there was one in the northern part of our state we were unable to attend. Sometime later, a surprise communication arrived for Ryan. Apparently, sometime after the event, he received a letter from the sheriff in a northern Michigan community. The sheriff was asking our grandson to consider sending him an autographed picture of himself, if he had one that he could spare. In explanation of his request, he said he was working with an 11-year-old girl who was having difficulty, as he explained it, in finding a good path to follow in her life. The sheriff went on to write that during his counseling, he had asked the girl if she had any heroes. She said yes. And then she indicated our grandson, who she had seen riding in the rodeo in the northern part of our state, the one we didn't attend. So that was her hero. Think about it. She must have indicated our grandson by name, or there would have been no way for the sheriff to make this personal contact. Bull riding events are well attended, and the grandstands are usually filled to capacity. There was no personal contact between the girl and our grandson. That scenario amazed me. Being the grandmother I am, I didn't miss an opportunity to offer a lecture on good behavior. If you know me, you'd be surprised that I would do anything like that. But anyway, I said to him, "What do you suppose you were doing when she saw you? You had no idea you were being watched other than when you were actually riding. Were you chatting with other riders? Were you watching the activities?" My observations are at bull riding events, the young riders I've noticed are neatly dressed. Our grandson always pressed his shirts with a crease in the sleeves. That always just interested me. Only a grandmother notices things like that, or so I thought. He didn't smoke or drink or chew. Any of those things could have been noticed by someone observing him at the event. This time, a confused young girl was watching our grandson and later counting him as her hero. He found a photo of himself, as the sheriff had asked, and penned a message on the back. In the message, indicating he hoped she would find good paths for her life in the future. Since this incident happened, and it was a long time ago, I told you he's 40 now. He was probably 19 then. I've had many opportunities to think about people who may be watching you and me right now. What are they seeing? What are they hearing? It would be unusual to be aware that someone is observing our actions. We may never know when it's happening. Are they noticing the way we're dressed? Can they hear what we're saying? Have we influenced someone's life? Did we make them wish they could be like us? Or did they wish they would never be like us? Were we an influence for good? Do we present a pleasant space around ourselves? Perhaps in an off moment, we may convince someone never to act as we do. It's quite possible something we've done or said, or the way we've planned our lives, has influenced someone to change direction, or maybe to continue in a direction they've already chosen. Someone is watching and listening to you and me right now. We will never know who it is or how our lives may have influenced them to direct their own life. I've shared this story with many people over the past years. The incident has made a difference in how I see myself. Sometimes I hope no one is looking or hearing. Other times I hope I made a good impression. Who's watching now? I ask you that. If when you click on this, I can't see your name unless you say something, but I can see how many people clicked on this and read it. I have tried and do, for instance, I saw a lady in Walmart one day, an older lady with gray hair. That's how I knew she had gray hair, so she was old, probably. And she had a lavender shirt or jacket, and it looked really nice on her. And as she walked by me, I went over to her and I said, "You know, you look really good in that color. You sure picked a good color." And she turned around and looked at me and she said, "Well, thank you." And I thought later, uh, that could have been the high point of her day. I don't know, but it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to, if you see something that looks nice. I don't recommend going up to somebody and say, "You know, you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be acting that way." Uh, another day, I had pulled into Walmart and parked my truck. I have a pickup that's very nice. And as I got out of the truck, I saw a lady coming out of Walmart. She was walking toward me, and I got out of the truck and started toward the door. And I looked at her and I said, "Hi, how are you?" She said, "Okay." We're still walking sort of toward each other. And I said, "You having a good day?" She said, "Yeah, not really." So I walked over to her and I said, "So you're not having a good day?" She said, "Not really." And I said, "How do you feel about hugs?" She said, "I like them." So I gave her a hug. And she gave me a hug, and I went on my way and she went on her way. Now, this was long before this virus thing. I don't know who she was. I wouldn't recognize her if she was standing right in front of me, and I'm sure she felt the same way about me. But she needed a hug that day, and she got one from me. So I'm sending a hug to you if you need one today. I just sent one to you via Facebook. I hope you enjoy your day. I hope your Mother's Day celebration is wonderful, and don't be surprised if you hear from me again before Mother's Day. Okay? Bye.